Dude, doesn't that rip?
You're an idiot.
No, you're an idiot.
Welcome back, kings, queens, and butterfaces. It's the You're an Idiot podcast. I'm Alex Dragovich with my fat co-host, Geoffrey Osmus.
Wow, I think this is our 109th episode. I think that's the fifth one of those I thought was funny. That was good. And butterfaces, that was great.
Butterfaces are welcome, okay?
We're starting the year 2029 with a bang, folks. Here we are.
If you're ugly, you're a friend of the pod.
Absolutely.
Look at what I
on the
got
pod.
to deal with. Yeah.
Come on, Jesus.
Look at this shit.
I'm a 6. If I ever get the balls to remove these moles, I'm a 7.5, and we all know it.
Once you hit 150K, you officially became a 6.
Yeah. But the next bump doesn't come till 1 million.
1 million, you're a 7.
150 to 1 million is all the same. If I hit 1 million followers, I'm a 7.
You're officially you're
a 7
and a New York 6.
And a New York 6, a Bushwick 6.5.
Yeah, at
Bushwick
a mill.
6.5. Come on, Drago. Here we are.
Let's go.
We finally, a little update, folks. We finally got the money from Beatbox. We got their blood money. We got the money, folks.
Don't you want to re-up with them?
They're not gonna watch these episodes when we're not there, when we're not sponsoring.
I don't know.
I'm not saying anything bad. I just said we got the blood money. That's it. We got it.
Okay.
It just came with the deaths of 7,000 children in Gaza, but we got the money, folks.
Did you check your bank account? It got in?
It got there. No, you Venmo'd it to me. Of course it got there.
That's true. I actually haven't checked my bank account yet.
You didn't even know if it came yet? You just sent me the money blindly?
Well, on the app, it came through. It said it came through.
You just were like, I trust.
Oh, wait, no.
I trust Beatbox.
It did. Wait, it did.
Yeah, you might even re-up, folks. I think we might re-up. You know what?
We should. It's a good
product.
update.
I did not give the money to a Palestinian charity. I gave it to like this hunger charity because Palestine, you don't know if the money's getting there. I couldn't really find a...
You gave it to a charity?
I did. I gave it. I said I was. That's why I said on the pod. I'm not going to lie to these fucking... They work in the fucking diamond mines, these salt mines every night.
I don't know what you're doing, man.
What?
You know,
I said that's what I was going to do, and then I did it.
Okay.
Is that...
Okay.
I'm not. Right. I'm just making sure that people know I didn't make that up. I gave it. I gave away the blood money. I gave away the Beatbox money. That ethnic war crime money.
Yeah,
we gave it away.
I kept it. Went to the bodega,
and that's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I make millions of dollars. I don't need beatboxes.
I'm also still not sure where I stand. So
yeah, right. Oh, I can't. I'm not. We're not going into that. We have another thing to discuss later.
Apparently, it's an ongoing battle, but I don't know. That's what I've heard.
We did schedule. I'm debating that woman.
Whoa!
I'm debating her at the comedy. The podcast studio in the Comedy Cellar next Wednesday, I think. So
with the crowd.
No, it's just a pod.
Can we get
it's
some
just
people
a pod, but it'll be up. You
better share it.
Oh, of course.
Dude, we better clip that.
Oh, of course. We'll be clipping that out. I don't even know who the host is. I think it's the owner of the Comedy Cellar.
He's going to try to mediate?
I think he's like the mediator. Yeah, I think so. I don't quite know exactly what's going on. It could be the end of me getting booked there, honestly. So tune in, folks.
Whoa.
I think it's going to be a good time.
How are you going to study for this? Or are you just going to...
Oh, of course. I'm going to have sheets of notes. It's going to be embarrassing.
Damn, I wonder if she's going to come in,
Here's the thing. You can't just cram for the exam.
You can't.
I've been studying my whole life. It'll be easy. Jot down 10 or 15 sources. It'll be embarrassing.
Yeah.
It'll be truly embarrassing. When
school and debates.
I'm actually not good at debating, but I'm going to research some tactics on the internet.
Damn.
I'm going to utilize.
You're going to really try to come for this later.
Yeah, she sucks. Yeah, I want to destroy her. I'm very excited. I hope the host is impartial and lets me cook.
Another woman destroyed.
Woman destroyed. Sorry.
Holy shit, dude!
It ain't Women's Month yet, gals.
What are some of her big talking points that you're expecting to come at?
It'll be all the Palestinians. They're all hiding behind hostages. The Hamas, they're always hiding behind human shields. We had to blow up the school. We had to blow it up. There was one Hamas guy in the school. That's why we killed 500 people.
Yeah,
that's a classic. Even though it's mostly not, it's like 90% not true.
What if it comes down to a classic like check your source? What if she's like, well, what source is that from? And you're like, well, what source is your thing from?
Well, yeah, that's how most of these arguments boil down, and you just decide who you believe. But in the end, God is on my side. So the Catholic God, unfortunately. You hate to say it's stronger than the Jew God, stronger than the Muslim God.
Whoa.
The Catholic God will prevail. That's why Ronan Hirschberg has that amazing joke. He's like, You know, it's bad in Israel when Christianity is the most peaceful religion.
Oh my God.
When the Christians are the ones like, calm down, guys.
Oh my God.
That's one of my favorite jokes of all time. Yeah. Ronan Hirschberg, a legend. I actually would love to have him on. We could have a fun debate because I think we disagree, but we would do it in a funny way.
Yeah,
I would actually love to have Ronan on here. He wouldn't get mad about it. We'd have a good time, I think. I think, okay, just a little something, folks. Let us know if you'd like to see that. I think that could be fun.
Ooh,
what else happened, Drago? We were in Boston together.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Drago was at a different club. He chose to headline a different club instead of open for me. The beginning of the end, folks.
Yeah.
Babies learning how to walk.
I had to leave the nest.
He had to leave the nest.
You know?
And he still wanted mama to pee in his mouth, you know?
Figure it out. We still had to get lunch.
We still did get lunch. Mm-hmm. And let me tell us about that lunch, Drago. So it was Saturday. Me and our good friend John Kennedy, we're doing shows at this place called Beverly, Massachusetts. It's like 45 minutes north of Boston. I text our friend Alex and our friend Chris who are in town. I'm like, let's get lunch. Could you pick a place in the north of Boston? That's where we're coming from. Alex goes, yeah, I got just the spot. Jim's Deli in Brighton, in the southwest of the city. As far away as it's the southwest. It's across the Charles River. It's on the south side of the river.
Barely, though. Barely.
It takes a long time to cross the river and stuff. You have to go around all the way around. It added 25 minutes to our journey. He's like, I know just the fucking spot.
I didn't say like
you
that
want
at
an
all.
Inconvenient location? I got you.
Yeah.
Parking? Non-existent nearby.
You gotta know how to park.
Yeah, there was no
That's
parking.
John's fault.
There was no parking. And then he took us to, where did you take us, Drago?
Jim's Deli.
Jim's Deli, just a pretty middle of the road college diner, kind of a place that was great when you were 22 and
literally
hungover.
There's very few college diners that are at that kind of level.
There was one in Mass, and it was
it's
called
better than
Mickey's.
It's better. It's way
as
better than
good as
they have.
Mickey's.
So Mickey's was
Mickey's has better ambiance. I would say that.
I had the fucking. God, what did I have? Like,
they have Mickey's and
I know what you got. Pancakes at Mickey's or something like that, and they were so bad.
Anyone who gets the pancakes at a breakfast spot is chugging RJ, and if you know what that is, folks, very funny. You could not get you get the scrambler at Mickey's. It's like gravy, hash browns, potatoes, sausage, vegetables.
Jim's Deli is a famous spot. A guy who was a Boston Celtic was there when we were there.
Who?
Phil Pressey.
Why didn't you mention that?
I didn't.
How did you not mention that there was a Boston Celtic?
He was a Boston Celtic, and I played against him when he was at Missouri.
How did this?
I didn't want to bring it up though, or I didn't want to like go.
Was
up
he
to
that
him or
close to us?
He's probably 2 booths away from us.
Wow.
And he lives in Boston. He's from Boston. Everybody in Boston knows, or in that area knows about Jim's Deli. It's like a famous spot. It's a great deli.
I'm honestly just mad at the order I made. It was embarrassing.
You really fucked up the order. In a way that was like, it was embarrassing.
I ordered a spinach and tomato eggs Benedict, folks.
At a deli.
I ordered it, and they just threw a tomato and some very overcooked spinach on the top of an eggs Benedict, and that was a huge mistake. That was me trying to be like, I'm being healthy, and then I didn't eat it, and then I had to order meat later because I wasn't full.
Chris got the Reuben. He's like, this slaps. This is fucking
Reuben,
awesome.
I should have got the Reuben. I fucked up. You know what? I'm willing to take an L. I just think it's funny you picked a place 45 minutes from where we were.
I picked a place that was out of the way.
Yeah.
For sure. But I didn't know any places on the north side.
Let's go. He admitted his mistake, and that's all I ever wanted. There we go. Another thing about the weekend. That's all. I only brought it up just to hear you admit you were wrong.
You were also wrong in your order.
I was also wrong. This is the perfect little thing.
But also, we should acknowledge that place, Jim's, is part of the criteria of the places that you like to go to. When
I do like the Greasy Spoon Diner, but we drove 50 minutes. I wanted give me a classy soul food joint. Okay. Give me a classic Serbian. No, take me to Serbian food. That's what I want. There we go.
We should have done that in Chicago.
Yeah, we will. Another thing, I was staying with our friend John Kennedy in the hotel. He got mad at me because I don't flush the toilet when I piss.
I noticed that.
Yeah, you never said anything. I'll give you credit. You kept your mouth shut.
I mean, I don't think it's a huge deal.
Headliner privilege. You don't have to flush your fucking piss. Also, why do we flush? It's embarrassing. You're flushing piss?
My roommate in college argued that it saves water.
Of course it does. I mean, it's not an argument. It's an obvious fact.
If you don't flush.
Yeah, of course. I haven't flushed my piss in 30 years. Never. Unless it's like, someone's private home, then I will. Then I will. Otherwise, why?
Yeah. What was John's
Fill it
argument?
to the brim.
What did John
He's
say?
like, it looks like when you have pee the color that looks like you're going to die, you better flush it.
Oh.
It was like dehydrated hangover piss.
Ooh.
So it did get a little apple cidery.
They had you sharing a room again.
Yeah, they did. I still not able to buy the double room. Don't sell enough tickets, folks. So join the Patreon, folks, so I cannot stay with a 23-year-old from North Dakota in my hotel room. I love John, but you don't get you need to fuck a pillow once a weekend, and I wasn't able to, and that was a tragic.
He didn't give you an hour?
He showered.
You got to give the kid an hour.
He showered for like 15 minutes, but I wasn't
enough.
able to really get into it in 15 minutes.
You tried?
You got to do foreplay with the pillow. You got to whisper like, no one's softer than you, baby. You gotta whisper sweet nothings to the pillow.
He's got to know to go for a walk.
No one's got a thread count as high as you, bitch.
I mean, when I was with John Gasper was opening for me in like Missouri somewhere, and I knew that John is a horny guy. I was like, hey man, I'm gonna go right at Starbucks for about an hour and a half.
And he jerked off?
Of course.
Oh wow. You know what? You gotta give you a tree, Drago. That makes you rise a little bit in the opener handbook.
The horny guys, I'm number one in the opener handbook. He's
at the top of the hierarchy. If you want to know how to remain an opener forever, talk to Alex Dragovich.
Yeah, guys.
I'm kidding.
Sometimes featuring is just the only way to do it.
He's headlining all over.
But anyways, Gasper is like when you're with a horny guy, I don't need to jerk off all weekend.
Yeah, I've never given you a moment now that I think about it.
I don't need to.
Yeah, if you ever bubbling with cum, just let me know. I'll step out of the room for
sometimes. Dude, there was one.
No.
There was one where I was like, oh shit, this one's a pretty.
What?
But I knew.
Was this? What do you mean this one?
When we were in Vegas, right before I went to LA.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
that was like a weird like condo situation.
I was like, I could really let one go right now.
You almost fucked on the couch. You almost masturbated on the couch.
No, but I was thinking it.
Wow, you could have,
because you were snoring. You were deep.
You were gonna do it while I was sleeping. After you made fun of me for coming in the tent with our friend Matt.
I can't have you have that
That's
on
the
me.
exact.
That's why.
That's
you
literally
can't have that on
So
me.
I was the reason you didn't masturbate.
You're the reason I almost masturbated, and you're the reason
So
I
you were
didn't
like
masturbate.
hard in your bed thinking about me, and then it made you soft.
Yeah.
There we go.
Eventually,
there we go.
Yeah.
Still got it, folks.
But then I went to LA. I went to my buddy's place, and I just let one go. It was good.
I don't jerk off in someone's guest room. I find that uncouth, and I think that's wrong.
Well, you fuck a pillow. It's a lot different than jerking off.
It's the exact same thing, folks. As long as you get to the finish line, it's the same race. Okay.
I would never fuck someone's pillow.
Well, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm saying that's wrong. I draw the line there. I've done it before, but I retired a couple years ago.
Oh God!
Got to drop a cum on someone's pillow once, and we had to move on. That's all. You can't be friends with them. I mean, like we have to move on as friends. I didn't mean we had to move on as a topic. I do actually have a question, Drago. You know what day is it right now in American history, Drago?
Martin Luther King Day.
Martin Luther King Day, and
I know that because I only know that because my roommate had it off today. I had no idea it was Martin Luther King Day.
God!
I woke up. I was like, dude, you were out late last night. He's like, yeah, I was off today. I was like, why? He's like, oh, it's Martin Luther King Day.
You couldn't even put it together. January, Monday.
Never even.
You wouldn't know
when
is Martin Luther King Day every year?
Today. March 15th.
How do they pick?
Or, January 15th?
It's not. It's the third Wednesday in
January.
Oh
yeah.
The third Monday in January. Third Monday in January.
Yeah, we talked about this last year.
Yeah,
right. Where I thought they just like picked a day.
You thought it was just like in the middle of the January.
They were like, let's give them one.
Like, well, MLK Day's on a Sunday this year. I guess you don't get any days off.
Right.
That's so funny, Drago. Martin Luther King. I just want to know. What do you know about Martin Luther King? We haven't done this delved into your knowledge in a while. Just let me know what you remember or know about one of the greatest men to ever live.
Civil rights leader, activist, was shot in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
1963.
No, 67 or 68.
Was 63? Was that JFK?
That was JFK.
Yeah.
Okay, not bad.
67. I think the CIA got him, if we're being honest.
Oh, wow. You think so? Why did we think that?
I don't know. I don't have much.
The FBI probably, but CIA.
I don't have much to go into. Like, I don't have a lot of supporting facts, but he was getting pretty powerful. He was getting pretty powerful, and the government knows when to shut people down.
Getting a little uppity. They were like, okay, maybe stay down.
JFK started swinging his dick around, and they chopped it off. They shot him in the head.
They chopped off RFK's dick too. Mm-hmm. Come on. They did take out Martin Luther King. That's a fact. They did. The FBI. It's the FBI. Yeah, but yeah. They took him down because he was moving beyond race. He was talking about changing the economics. He was a socialist. He became a socialist at the end. That's why they killed him, because they thought he was a communist.
He was one of those softies.
He's one of those softies.
Those soft libs.
What do you mean? he was a soft. You're gonna call Martin Luther King a libtard? Are you gonna say it? I want you to say that on record. Martin Luther King Jr. is a libtard. Are you willing to stand behind that?
He was a libtard.
Who's he? I want the actual soundbite. Okay. I want the soundbite for later.
MLK, I'm sorry. You're a bit of a libtard.
Oh, my God, folks. Join the Patreon if you want to hear Alex apologize for that in the Patreon today,
yeah.
He's going to be walking that one back in the Patreon, folks.
I don't know when I'm crossing the line and when I'm not.
No, you're allowed. It was clearly a joke. If you got mad at that, that's truly insane. I learned that he was quite the ladies man. Good for him. I'm not mad at that. Everyone was like, you ever hear someone like, MLK is a hero, and then the other person's like, but he was an adulterer.
Yeah.
Like, who gives a shit?
If 10,000 people were coming to see me, I'm fucking at least 2 of those people. For sure.
He's giving these speeches to 100,000 people.
100,000 people?
Sure.
You get to fuck 4 of them.
Okay, it would be 5 by your. It'd be 10 by your math, but yeah.
Okay, 10.
Okay, yeah.
10's too much, though.
10's too many. Okay. It goes down as the crowd gets larger. But you know what? You gotta get steam off. You gotta let the steam off. You're that famous.
It's an intense gig being changing the world is an intense gig.
We do 45 minutes. He's talking 90. He doesn't even have an opener or a feature.
Right.
There's no 2-drink minimum at a civil rights rally. It's at 8 a.m. You got to get the crowd
at
going.
8 a.m. The people are tired. They're awake, but they're tired.
Let them get a hand job in the limo to the hotel.
Seriously.
Just let some starry-eyed 25-year-old activist give him a hand job on the way.
Yeah, and because like a girl obviously comes up to him. She's like 26. She's like super hot, and she's like, MLK, what did she ever call him? Mr. Martin? Mr. King? Dr. King?
Dr. King.
She's like, you were...
Mr. Martin?
She's like, you were so great up there. I really liked your speech. And all he has to say is like, well, how much?
You think he should pay them?
Well, just to like give him a suck.
Or he's just like, if you ever want to discuss politics, you want to talk civil rights, come up have a glass of wine at my place.
Ooh.
Come through to Birmingham. We'll have a glass of bourbon together. We'll talk about the future. We'll talk about the future of the civil rights movement.
Yeah,
not bad. That would be pretty good for MLK.
Yeah.
What else do you know about MLK? What did he do?
What did he do?
Ooh, really? It doesn't just jump out at you. You don't really... You learned this before you were a basketball player, so you were in school at this point still.
He was big on integration.
Big on integration. What is integration?
Well, what happens is, especially in the South, they used to be segregated. The schools used to be segregated.
Sure.
Pools used to be segregated.
Uh-huh.
Black people were over here, white people over here.
Sure. And then
water fountains, black people over here, white people over
here.
Sure. Martin Luther King, he came in and he was like, this is not as cool as you guys think it is. Right?
I would love to see you imagine like we would still have Jim Crow if you'd been Martin Luther King. You would he's just like, yeah, I think this is like really bad. I don't know. Can we cut it out? And everyone's like, this is not a charismatic leader we need.
Yeah, I'm just up there in front of 100,000 people. I'd be like, they need to relax.
Can we relax?
Yeah,
come on.
Hey, can the white people just
cool it?
Cool out.
Hey guys, cool it down.
So like that, and that is wrong, because everyone should be living harmoniously together.
Sure.
Especially in my ideal society.
Oh, okay, really.
And I don't even know how do you even start a rally? Like, how do you start a rally?
What do you mean?
If you had to start a rally today.
Well, you have to get you don't just show up at a podium and speak. You create a Facebook event now.
Yeah, but in
pass out leaflets.
In 1960, if you want people to...
They're passing out leaflets. They're putting it in the papers. They've got mailing lists. They're sending it to them. They got to plan it a little more in advance.
It's very DIY.
It is. Yeah, it was very DIY. Yeah, the civil rights movement was like pretty punk rock.
Yeah.
It was like kind of DIY when you think about it.
You have to, you got to pass out flyers a lot.
They had really good Facebook ads in the civil rights era. They were really good at the algorithm.
On Friday, we're meeting here. Friday, we're meeting here. Friday, we're meeting here.
Yeah, right.
You got to, and also if you're trying to sell it to somebody, be like, hey, like white people are kind of fucking up, right? And they go, right. And
Right.
All right, well, Friday, we're going to talk about it.
Right. It'll be refreshments. We got some food.
Yeah,
we got some food. We got some spare ribs for sure. Yeah,
yeah, and it is cool to see in some of the pictures like there's a certain amount of white people that were on board with that.
Yeah, there were. Yeah, it was like the lefties, the young lefties. Yeah, a few of them got killed by the KKK. They killed some white guys in Alabama.
Really?
Too. Yeah, this Jewish guy, they killed him. Yeah,
the KKK didn't like Jewish people.
Well, they didn't actually. I don't think they actually knew he was Jewish, but he was helping Martin Luther King. They're like, bye bye. Yeah, you think the KKK is like, we hate black people but love the Jews? Do you think they're like, you know what? We hate the blacks, but Muslims are actually really cool.
Right.
Of course, they hated Catholics. The Catholics were on the list too.
Why?
They only liked Protestant white people. They really narrowed it down a little too narrow for marketing purposes, in my opinion. We got a couple. I had a couple
really
more.
Interesting. Yeah. Keep firing away. I think I'm Am I 3 for 3 right now?
Yeah, you're doing pretty. You're doing. I just wanted to know what you knew. I just want to know what you know about one more thing.
Well, ask me a question about Martin Luther King.
Okay, who killed him? What's the name of the guy who killed him?
Oh,
or who they say killed him? He's got 3 names. They always have 3 names.
I know the guy that got JFK.
Who?
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah, who killed him?
Who killed Lee?
Yeah.
The government.
Are you serious? You don't know what happened?
Mm-mm.
Lee Harvey Oswald, they got him, they arrested him, and then he was 3 days, or like a week later, he was being let out of the prison, and this other guy shot him named Jack Ruby.
Oh, wow.
And they never found out how he did. That's like the main part of the conspiracy, is he got shot on live television like a week later.
Whoa.
By this like restaurant mafia guy.
I also think the Umbrella Man, I think that is such a cover-up. I think that guy really was.
What's the Umbrella Man to the people who don't know?
The Umbrella Man was a guy that he kind of stood exactly like in line with where JFK got shot.
Yeah.
And a lot of people...
and didn't he like open his umbrella like 3 times?
Yeah, conspiracy theorists say that like, well, he was the marker for when to shoot JFK. And then the guy stood in front of Congress and was like, no, I just did it as like a symbol, because like in England when they want to show like displeasure with like the king or something like that, people put up their umbrellas at like those like
at 3 times. That's the British form of
not
rebellion.
3 times, but they just put the umbrellas.
Isn't this a
up.
joke our friend Bobby Condon has?
I think so.
He has a joke about that. Yeah, that's his. How do you know about that part of it, but not that Lee Harvey Oswald was killed on national TV? Probably the key moment of the entire conspiracy.
I didn't even know. Yeah, I don't know.
You thought he just died of old age in prison?
I thought the government
got
they
him. Executed? No, he got shot while the cops were leading him out of prison or to a TV interview or something.
Really?
Yeah, he got killed at the courthouse. That's what it was. He got shot by this guy.
A lot of people died as like a part of the splashback of all that stuff, the fallout of that.
Yeah.
A lot of reporters died too.
A lot of reporters.
Who killed
James Earl
MLK?
Ray. James Earl Ray, a very poor guy from like St. Louis, and he was like incredibly poor. It makes no sense how he could have killed Martin Luther King, one of the most famous men in the world. It's a clear cover-up.
Oh.
This guy named Lloyd Jowers from Memphis actually admitted to it in the early 2000s. Before he died,
what?
He's like, they pay me $200,000 to kill Martin Luther King, and the FBI and the mafia paid him $200K to kill him.
Wow.
He was just like a restaurant owner. He owned the restaurant right next to where MLK was killed.
And he had that kind of precision. Was he like an army guy?
I don't think he actually pulled the trigger. I think he got the person to do it.
He
got the money man.
He got Jack Ruby.
No, Jack Ruby was Lee Harvey Oswald.
Oh,
Totally
sorry.
different.
He got the Martin Luther King guy.
Yeah, James Earl Ray. Exactly. Yeah. It was all a conspiracy.
So super poor guy, but was an excellent shot.
Well, yeah, you could be poor and be good at shooting a gun. They're actually usually pretty good at that. That's actually a pretty common poor skill.
Yeah.
Being good with guns. That's how they feel good about themselves, and that's why one day we will rise up and kill the rich folks because we're good at shooting.
Yeah,
that'd be fun if we went to.
Do you believe in karma and that stuff? Like shit happening like that. Like if you hired a guy to kill a guy, how much would that weigh on your conscience?
It depends on who the person was. If it was just like a family man, I would probably feel pretty guilty. But if like I took out the lead banker at Goldman Sachs, I'd probably wouldn't feel too much guilt.
How about the hypothetical of like I'll give you $1 million, but someone random in the world dies. Would you take the $1 million?
Yeah, for sure. There's already people are dying every second. Whatever.
Wow.
They could be you.
That's crazy.
It could be me. The person could be me. I'm taking a chance that I die too.
Yeah, but you're killing someone.
So like they just like immediately they just like fall over.
Someone just evaporates.
Ooh, it's tough, but $1 million.
Okay.
Wouldn't? $1 million? I could build a person for them. Be like, oh, sorry. I find out who it was. Oh, your daughter Stephanie disappeared. We have the technology and the money. We'll build you one. I'll give them $300K. What if I give the family $300K?
But you don't know who it is.
You find out though. They'd be like, "Girl disappeared at Chipotle."
Girl evaporates.
Girl evaporates out of
ordering guac.
Girl evaporates out of thin air. Local man wins $1 million.
Damn.
They'd tell me. I'd be like, I give her a third of it. I give the family.
I guess you really wouldn't think about it. How about this? How much would it be to be someone to kill someone you kind of know?
What do you mean, kind of? Like a guy I went to high school with?
Yeah, $5 million for a guy you went to high school with you don't talk to anymore.
Just any guy I went to high school with?
It has to be someone in your graduating class.
$1 million? $5 million. Absolutely. Of course. A class of 230 people. Some of them are... So it's just random, though, or I get to pick?
How about you get to pick? Yeah.
Then I definitely would do it.
Oh, my God.
You don't have 3 guys in high school. You would pay $5 million to get knocked off.
All time.
You basically have to think I'm paying $5 million for someone to be assassinated.
Huh?
You're getting paid $5 million so someone gets assassinated, basically.
Yeah.
Some tyrants need to be taken out. Absolutely.
All-time bad dude.
The only way to water the seeds of freedom is with the blood from the tree of liberty. That's some quote they always say. You never heard that one?
I don't know.
You wouldn't do it for $5 million
to pick someone.
Pick? Yeah, you get a pick. There's no one in high school you hate. There's like 2 guys where I'm like, fuck you, dude. I don't want to kill them, but in this for $5 million, I'd send their family an anonymous check. I'd send their family. Sorry about the loss. Sorry to say goodbye to Pat, but I'll give you a $2 million check.
Like the road's been good to me this year.
$2 million check. You ever need anything? You hit me up. You ever need anything? I got you.
Okay.
Also, at this point, we're in our 30s. He probably was at his potential already. Most people have peaked.
He did what he was supposed to do.
Most people have peaked. I think I'm going to peak in the next year or 2 probably, and then it's over. I don't know if you consider you've peaked already, but probably.
I mean, yeah. 2012.
We're recording a podcast in my living room right now. You peaked.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
peaked.
over.
You wouldn't, folks, let us know would you do $5 million to kill someone you went to
From
high
your
school with?
Yeah.
You went to a huge school. My school was like 220, 230. How big was your graduating class?
500.
Jeez, you wouldn't do it? 500? Come on.
I don't know, dude.
Take out a butterface. Come on.
Just knowing that you got someone though.
Yeah, I mean,
ended a life.
I mean, I'd probably become an alcoholic but no more than I am now.
Right.
I'm going to drink more. I doubt it.
You'd be on vacation somewhere just like, damn, I really killed that person.
Damn, I really took out Tyler. He was kind of mean to me sophomore year in biology class, and now he has a wife and kids who are wondering, where'd Daddy go? But, you know, for $5 million, I could build a new school for that kid. You know?
Yeah.
$5 million, you know? Come on, folks. That's all I want to talk about with MLK. Alex, you actually knew a little more than I thought.
Should we go over we went to the Knicks game?
Oh, we did go to the Knicks game. That's right. Yeah,
Let's talk about it.
What do you have to talk about there? I don't know exactly what you want to talk about.
I don't fit in the arenas, folks.
Yeah, it is comical to watch you trying to sit in the average person's seats. He literally just cannot sit. You're just like, God dang it.
Yeah.
God damn it, my knees hurt.
So
He's
brutal.
standing up the whole game, just shaking off his knees like, God.
Oh my God, dude.
God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go walk around. Oh, God, I'm gonna walk around.
Definitely not me.
That was you. You're like,
I'm gonna go walk around.
God, my knees don't even fit. I'm gonna go walk around and get a hot dog.
I did have to walk around.
He did. Was I wrong? It was very funny. You really do not fit. I can see why you don't leave the house very often. You don't
leave
fit.
The house.
He doesn't leave the house often, folks, because his freakish body is too big for this world. His freakish, gangly Goliath body is just not made for this world of pygmies and peons.
Yeah,
he's just not made for this world.
And the game wasn't even that good.
The game was pretty bad. I had fun, but the Knicks wiped the floor with the Trailblazers. But
yeah.
You know what? There's no better place I'd rather pay $12 for a slice of pizza and then $13 for nachos and then $19 for a beer. There's nowhere I'd rather be than in New York City to do that. It's just not the same to pay $19 for a beer in Omaha. It's great to pay $19 for a beer in New York City.
MSG is a beautiful arena,
Madison Square Garden is amazing. That is an incredible... I always thought it was lame when people play stadiums like in comedy, but that would be cool.
Oh my God.
I think stadium comedy mostly sucks, but that would be sick.
Yeah, have you seen a comic in a stadium?
Not a stadium. I've seen theaters, but not stadiums.
Yeah.
But the specials recorded at stadiums suck. It's like, how are you guys doing? And the sound gets there a minute later.
Yeah.
We are doing good, Mr. Chappelle.
Oh my God.
It's so bad. There's no intimacy. I think comedy specials are filmed so badly.
Right.
I don't know why they're filmed in large venues. I have legitimately no idea why you would do that.
Yeah, it takes like the audience like so long to
react. They pause more. Like it just you can't do interacting with the crowd really. There's no you could just be reading from a teleprompter and they add the laughs in. There's no realism. I don't know why we do that. The way I film my special, that's what I don't think we did it. We did a great job, but next time, that's why they should all be in a room with 100 people. Mm-hmm. That's the intimacy. Come on, folks.
That's a comedy club.
That's a comedy club. They should be filmed at comedy clubs. Yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah, like the specials at the Cellar are good.
The specials at the Cellar are great. The one at Shane Gillis live from Austin, 200 people, intimate venue. It's great. I don't think I've ever thought a theater special was good. I think they're just kind of unwatchable, honestly.
Yeah, Joe List said the Cellar is good.
Joe List is at the Cellar. It's great. Weren't the Sam Morrill and Mark Norman ones on YouTube? They weren't at the Cellar, but they weren't in a theater either.
I don't know.
They were somewhere. They weren't in a theater. Yeah, those were great. That's just why did we bring that up? Oh, we're talking about the Knicks. That's right.
Yeah. I didn't drink that night.
He said on the group chat, yeah, I'm going to have 50 beers at the Knicks game tomorrow. Gets there quietly. Doesn't have a single beer at the bar beforehand. Doesn't have a bar.
Guys,
drink at the game.
I'm getting so much better about not drinking during the week. It's really something else.
Getting better at what?
Not drinking during the week.
Oh, you're just getting better at not drinking during the week. I thought that not drinking during the week was making you better.
No.
Okay. It's not improving your life in any way.
Sleeps better.
You're sleeping better. But you know that if you just don't drink Monday through Thursday and then you go all out Friday and Saturday, it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's that hangover lasts like 3 days.
No.
Okay, whatever. My bad.
Well, it's like, yeah, if you don't drink Sunday through Thursday.
By like Wednesday and Thursday, you'll feel great. I didn't drink yesterday. I don't feel 100% still today.
How much did you drink on Saturday?
I had like 4 drinks.
I only had a couple on Saturday.
But I had like 7 on Friday night, and then that's still lingering today, I would say.
Friday, you got active.
I got active. We went to a local dive bar in Boston, Beverly, Mass, the Salty Dog. Everyone was on coke. It was unbelievable. I was. Thank God I have self-control, and I will never do cocaine, folks. But
you've never done it?
I did a quarter of a line once, and I was like, nah, this is gonna be a bad path to go down. Mm-hmm. I know who I am, and I just don't think it would end well.
I'm done with coke.
I can't. What do you talk about on coke? Because you don't really like to talk about much besides music and food.
You get pretty...
Are you going like, well, actually the best band from the year 2013 was Matchstick Army.
You get pretty amped on coke.
Sure, yeah.
You get pretty amped. I can talk about anything on coke, I guess.
I would love that. I would love to see you grinding your teeth like, yeah, my favorite thing about the Serbian genocide is...
Dude, it's really a fucking... When you're in your 20s, it's really a great drug.
Well, the 14th best thing about blonde women is that they always listen to you.
Oh, by the way, I do want to bring that up. A guy...
what?
Let me do this real quick.
What are you doing?
Matthew Gainey.
Oh, Matthew Gainey. Yes, what did he send again? I didn't click on it.
A Patreon member. He sent this. He wrote a little song.
Oh, you'll get ready to put the mic to the thing.
Geoffrey and Drago have a podcast. They really seem to think it kicks ass. Drago likes blondes and Geoffrey likes cum. One of these days they'll be number 1. Because they're idiots.
What the hell? Wow, we love
awesome?
that. You know, that's great.
We got to thank Mr. Matt.
He came to my show in Kansas City. I think he lives in St. Louis.
The GOAT.
Good guy. Fish fan. You know what, folks? If you want to do that, send us a song about the pod. I love that. We get a little compilation together. You know, we need a new theme song. I think what I did was decent, but we could use a new theme song. Send us in what you think. I would like that. Also, someone in the Patreon challenged you to play the theme song riff. I bet you couldn't.
Are you crazy?
Well, how would you play it? What do you know?
I could play it like right now, dude.
What key is it in?
No idea.
Well, then how could you play it?
You could show me how to play it, or you could show me how you do it. I could learn it in 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Do 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 do. Yeah.
I don't. Okay, you know what?
You're crazy.
In the Patreon, I'm going to teach you how to play it, and I'll give you 2 minutes to get it right.
Fine.
Okay. I'll put you on the clock in the Patreon. Okay. Guys, join the Patreon. I'm going to challenge Alex to play the guitar riff that we
get
play.
The guitars out
at the beginning
we'll get the guitars
of every
out in the
episode.
Patreon.
We'll get the guitars out in the Patreon, folks. Why not a little bit for you guys? You work in the salt mines all day. You know what? We got to entertain you. And what do they get in the Patreon?
$3 gets you a free extra audio episode. $5 gets you an extra video episode. $10 gets you the extra videos and free tickets to any of our shows.
Wow. I think this is a historic episode. You got it right. He killed it.
I fucking am
Folks,
awesome at this.
He killed the Patreon pitch. Now join the damn Patreon.
Guys, I want to quit my day job one day.
You know, we're both $12,000 in the hole from doing this.
And yeah.
We've given so much joy to the people in the devastated parts of the world. We have people in the Punjab listening to this on a CB radio. Mm-hmm. So send us some money. We bring joy to the masses.
We
folks.
do it for the people in the Punjab.
We bring more. We do it for the people of the Punjab. We do. And if you could get within 1,000 miles on a map of Punjab, I would kill myself. You could. I bet you could. What country is that in?
It's India.
Okay, I still bet you couldn't get within 500 miles. I'll change it to that.
What?
Is it in east, west, north, south India?
It's probably in southern India.
Okay, yep. I would have stayed alive, folks.
What?
It's the most northern province. You would have been over 1,000 miles away still.
Okay.
He still went to. What are you looking up?
Let's do a question from the Tron.
Why not? Oh. I'm holding in a fart right now. I want everyone to know I chose not to fart right there. I held it in. That's called hero shit. I do it for you guys. Last week was unprofessional when I did the farting, and it won't happen again. I held it in there, folks. What's the question? Hello?
If you could move all your family, friends, etc., and be able to sell out shows by permanently being in one state, which one would it be?
What do you mean? Like you can only tour in that state?
I don't know.
If that it's like, or like they mean like what Chad Daniels does. He lives in Twin Cities but tours the country.
Do you want to read the question?
I mean, I assume you told me all the words. I don't need to read
Nathaniel
it. So
Fox.
if you guys could move all your family, friends, etc., and be able to sell out shows by permanently being in one state, which one would it be? I think they're basically like if you wanted to live around your friends and family, where would you pick? Minnesota, unquestionably. Possibly Madison, Wisconsin. Minneapolis or Madison, Wisconsin. One of those two, no question. Not even close.
Yeah, it's tough.
I could never, even if we could never leave the state, if you could never leave the state, I'd pick Chicago because there's just a little bit more to do there.
Yeah.
But I would miss the nature of Minnesota and Wisconsin. But I have
selling
to go
out
Chicago.
all your shows. You know what, dude? Like, honestly, like being successful in New York would be really something else, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Like, because you'd spend a lot of money.
Yeah,
you'd buy a
dude.
massive penthouse in Soho.
I would get active.
You'd have an infinity pool. Oh my god.
The West Village, the women in the West Village would be on notice.
Oh my god.
It'd be a tough.
He'd be having orgies at his penthouse.
There's no chance I would leave. New York is just.
God, he'd be getting
If you're rich in New York, it really doesn't get any better.
You'd have 5 bellmen or bellhops, door guys.
I would be the worst rich person.
You'd make Elon Musk look like sane and rational. You would just do the most James Bond villain bullshit.
Like, who's that guy that just put like hookers on like his speedboats and shit? Like the guy?
There's so many of those.
God, who's the Jack dude who like played poker?
Dan Bilzerian.
Yeah, like I like that dude.
Oh, really? He's such a clown.
Like that's just a great time. I mean, the guy is that a bad time?
He's just doing coke and just creating like evil companies and just fucking everyone.
Yeah, he's just having like
that's the life.
He's just like, well, if I can go on vacation with one girl, but like also I can go on vacation with 10 girls, it's like he's just like, yeah, I'll just bring 10 girls.
Don't you think that would just not be fun though? I mean, you just have to deal with 10 people you barely know and have sex with them,
right?
Wouldn't that'd be fun like twice, and then I'm like,
no, you can't. No, it's definitely
that'd be fun like 2 weekends, and then I'm like, okay. And
especially like how many rounds could you really get off in that weekend? Like, how much can you really fuck? There's definitely one girl who was like, he hasn't even looked at me.
Yeah. You invite 10, you're like, you don't look like the brochure. Yeah.
there's at least a couple of girls who are just like, so he was too tired to fuck me.
I think the agency lied about you. They said you were 21. What?
Yeah.
You're 27? Oh my
no.
God. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay.
Oh, this girl. Oh my God! I gotta have your answer for this. I need your answer for this, Jeff.
Oh, he fucking needs it.
Yeah.
Also, folks, we want to. Someone brought this up. We haven't been shouting out the patrons recently. I want to shout out just 5 random patrons. Just thank you for your money. Thank you for your time. Thank you for just taking the time from your busy, fruitful lives. We got Heather Farrell. Thank you, Heather Farrell. Heather Farrell. Kylie Kick, longtime patron. Thank you. Danae Monroe. Jack R. We met him in Chicago. Ryan Norman. I think he came to a show once too. You guys are great. Thank you for supporting our filthy drug habits. We love you.
Thank you.
Make sure to join the Patreon, please. We really need this.
I don't smoke, but I drink a lot.
What?
I don't. You have a drug habit.
Drinking is a drug. Drinking's the deadliest drug in the world.
Alcohol is not that.
Alcohol kills more people than every other drug.
But it's not a drug.
What is it then? A murder weapon? What? It's killing people. Who cares?
It's just alcohol.
Okay, but it's on the same level as a drug habit.
This is from Tina Comstock.
Oh, and there he goes, moving the fucking goalpost.
How do you tell your partner you need more from them towards the relationship without sounding needy?
Here's the thing, folks. You say nothing. You say nothing until it boils over around every 6 to 8 weeks.
Wow.
And then you hash it out while a little drunk, and then you let it boil over 8 weeks later.
Okay.
That's the Osmus classic, folks. Come on.
Yeah. I really want...
Are you supposed to be direct with them? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I wanted your opinion here because I feel like, this is not your forte.
No, let me see the exact question. What is it? Tina Comstock? Was this a gotcha question, Tina? What the hell? What, are you trying to make me look like a fool on national television?
Unbelievable.
How do you tell your partner you need more from them towards the relationship without sounding
more
needy?
confused by this question than any
This
trivia
is like
question
you
possible.
being asked like who who Huey Long is or something. It's like
no idea what that is.
exactly. I know. I don't know any. I don't have an answer. How do you tell your partner you need more from them towards a relationship without sounding needy? You know what? That's a mystery that no one's ever unraveled, and I couldn't speak to know what that would be like. To be open with your thoughts and feelings, I couldn't imagine it.
Well, I think
It's called passive aggressive, folks.
Yeah, I think the correct answer here is you've got to be you have to be delicate, but you do have to communicate.
Or you write a joke about it, and then you're like, "Hey, babe,
yeah,
why don't you come to a show?" And then I get on stage like,
yeah,
women just ain't giving head like they used to.
Right.
And then you're like, "You like that new joke about head, babe?
Mm-hmm.
You like that one?" Huh.
For example,
maybe learn.
I was a little too I was not delicate one time with the gal. I had kind of this feeling that she didn't communicate properly. She wasn't communicating with me enough. She wasn't. It just wasn't. Felt like she wasn't quite there sometimes.
Huh.
And instead of, so I actually kind of let it like
a rare L.
I kind of what's it called? What am I thinking here? I kind of consolidated it. I kind of harbored it, the resentment for a few weeks.
Accumulated some resentment.
Yeah, and just one day we were talking. I not delicately told her that I had better communication with fuck buddies.
Oh,
and
how did that go?
She hated that.
Who was this?
Georgia.
Oh, you said you communicated better with fuck buddies?
Yeah, she was a very, she was just like, very insular.
Quiet. She's very quiet. I won't say any more than that.
She was quiet sometimes.
In 2029, I'm not trashing your exes anymore. We're done with that. I'm moving on.
So I think there were times where I was like, you just gotta like tell me this or tell me that, and.
I've had better communication with women whose names I don't remember who swallowed my cum.
That's exactly what I meant. Yeah, first 6 months she never asked me to hang out.
Well, you had to every time?
Every time.
Wow.
Brutal.
I mean,
I did not handle that well.
In that situation, what you just do is you just don't hang out with her for a week, and then she'll figure out, I got to ask. That's what you do. Play a little Cold War. That's when passive aggressive would actually work.
Play a little Cold War.
A little nuclear detente.
Here's the thing, Jeff. She would not have gotten.
She would have just. She
would have been like, I guess it's over with that guy.
Oh well.
She was very like, dude. There were times that we wouldn't talk sometimes like for 3 or 4 days straight.
Wow.
Fully dating.
I think that can be good sometimes.
I'd met her. I'd met the parents. I
mean, if you're on the same page, that could be good. But yeah, you got to be on the same page.
I think that you definitely.
I know couples who don't talk when they're away, apart from each other. I've heard of that.
I think
it could be good.
I do think. You can't just go a whole weekend without talking to.
I think that's if you're okay, if you realize you're okay with it.
Well, yeah, obviously every relationship has their.
It's a little different. I don't think it should happen often, but every once in a while
has their things. Me personally, I actually really like when someone's particularly independent. I think it's great when people are doing the stuff. I love doing.
I've heard you say some things about women and their independence that would beg to differ.
I love doing shit on my own, but if you don't talk to me for 4 days and I met your parents, it's weird. It's weird, Georgia.
Oh wow, he still resents it. You're still having these arguments in your head right now.
I was in the shower today, shadow boxing, just like fucking.
You're just like, why don't we talk?
Why don't we talk more?
Wow, you talk to your fucking old friends who you dated years ago.
It was just so yeah, but I didn't handle it so delicately, but you gotta say it.
I think you let it boil over and then just deal with the flood. I think that's the how you do it. Just let the pot boil over and just get a rag and mop it up,
Don't let the pot boil over. Say how you feel. Have boundaries. Be concise, but
it's real easy to say that from the guy who's been single for 2 years straight.
Yeah,
real easy.
I don't see it stopping anytime soon either.
Yeah, you haven't even gone on a third date in 2 years. My God. He loves them and leaves them.
Third
folks.
date. I was kind of hooking up with this girl last year, but.
Who? Well, which one was this?
The girl that used to have tickets to the Rangers games. Remember?
Oh, Ranger Girl. Oh, okay.
Remember?
I never met her. Until I meet them,
I think Kennedy.
Until I meet them, I don't consider them real or tangible creatures. I don't think they even have a social security number.
She was tangible. All right.
She was tangible, and he tangled her. I don't know how that works.
No, she dropped me like a bad habit. I kind of.
She left you.
No, I strung her along a little too much. She really wanted. She wanted to date.
Oh,
she was like,
and Drago's
she
like,
kind of pull out the red carpet. She was like, I got this really nice place in Gramercy. We can go to Rangers games. I'm really rich.
She was trying to bribe you to date her,
and I was like, you're great, you're cool, but babe, Go Bananas needs me to co-headline.
He's chained to the grind, folks. He can't stop performing at the Tiny Cupboard in Bushwick, Brooklyn.
I have to keep grinding.
Do I want love? Do I want commitment? No, I want 8 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want forever. I want 8 minutes performing in front of Jeff in Boston.
Yeah, baby.
I've cut his time to 8 minutes on the road, folks. He doesn't know it yet, but Drago is only doing 8 minutes to feature for me now.
Tiny Cover gives me 8. Jeff gives me 8.
The host is doing 15. Alex comes up, does 8.
I do a quick guesty.
Maybe we should do bumping mics at the end of a show.
I would love that.
That could be interesting. Then I couldn't do 70 minutes, though. But, that could be fun. Maybe the last show of every weekend, we do bumping mics.
I think bump mics would be fun.
I think we could have a good time.
I think we got a rapport now.
Okay. What do you think about that, folks? Me and Drago tried to do a little duo on stage. That's what bumping mics means.
It would be a little bit of a riot.
We'd have to prepare. I would want to have like 2 or 3 topics prepared. I wouldn't just go in completely blind.
I agree.
Okay, good. But he never prepares for the podcast, so I just don't know how it would be different in this situation.
I had 3 things written down for today.
You did? Okay. Well, folks, we do have to wind this thing down. What are we going to talk about in the Patreon? Dragon?
I'm going to explain to you fucking assholes about when me and Jeff are going to play ball and
oh wow,
and how I've officially accepted the challenge.
He has not. This is not true. I love to debate that.
Oh, and I had a heckler in Boston that I kind of want to talk about.
I want to talk about Alex. He got kind of ripped off by a show.
No.
You don't want to talk about that?
No.
Oh my God, well, now we're going to talk about how he's a huge pussy, I guess.
Yeah.
Who doesn't stand up for himself in the business of comedy, folks. And, we're also going to be playing guitar. We're going to be playing guitar. We're going to teach him how to play it.
And I've got a guillotine. I got a guillotine of the week, too.
Guillotine of the week. I have no guillotines. I have nothing but Zen this week. I love the world around me. And I also want to let you guys know about... We're going to talk about the opener we had at a gig. We're not going to trash him, but It was a funny thing. We liked the guy, but it was funny what he did. Okay, folks, this has been episode 109. We learned about Martin Luther King. We learned about how much I would get paid to assassinate a former high school classmate. And I think that's all in a day's works, folks. We are still $12,000 each in the hole, so make sure to join the Patreon.
Too much.
Drago, what shows you got coming up in the next month or so?
Raleigh with you.
Raleigh with me. He's opening for me in Raleigh at Good Nights Comedy Club, folks. I'm also in Los Angeles, Vancouver.
Oh, in Boston. Back in Boston.
He's back in Boston.
Duck, Goose. 8, 9, 10.
God. You were back there all in 2 weeks.
I know.
What? He's in Boston every weekend, folks.
Sisyphus Brewing, March 1, 2.
Ooh, go to his shows in Minneapolis.
A couple of
folks.
Minneapolis people have already DM'd me.
There we go.
Very
Buy
exciting.
some tickets to see Alex in Minneapolis. I'm also going to be in Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Wisconsin, St. Louis, Springfield, Maine, Nashville, and Des Moines.
Columbus, March 28th.
Oh, he's in Columbus. Go to a show in Columbus,
downtown.
Ohio. Buy some tickets, folks. If you're in the $10 Patreon tier, you get free tickets. So let us know. Join the Patreon. This has been episode 109. 19 episodes N-word free. Only 81 more till we let our First Amendment rights fly in Arkansas, folks. Good night and good luck.